Hey, Ramelia. Just wanted to come in before work again and keep this short and sweet. I just wanted to get some news out there on our team, the COVID uh, updates from what I can see. So as of Saturday, the Rams got good news. OBJ is scheduled to return. Daryl Henderson scheduled to return. Dante Dayon scheduled to return. Linebacker Justin Hollins, tight end Bryce Hopkins, and offensive lineman Alaric Jackson came off the list and were activated. But then added to the list, Joe Noteboom and cornerback Robert Wishaw were added to the list. So as we get players, we lost a couple, but at least we got some key star players there. Uh, and uh, and Odell Beckham Jr. and Daryl Henderson to help alleviate Sony Michelle's load, and it's a change of pace that he's had to do. So quarterback Jalen Ramsey was also included back to play. Von Miller still no update on that, and same thing with Robert Jordan Fuller and Rob Havenstein. I haven't seen any news on those two players. Hopefully they'll be back too. They just have to test negative today sometime twice before the game on Tuesday, tomorrow afternoon. So on the Seahawks side of it, Travis Homer's out, running back Travis Homer out, Kerry Hyder Jr. defensive end out, DJ Reed cornerback out, Brandon Shell out, Tyler Lockett, wide receiver who gives us a lot of pain and agony sometimes. uh, well, he plays good against us. He's a major weapon for Wilson, but it says that he's out. He had tested positive as well, so we'll see if he gets the 2 negative tests before Monday, because it was extended to Monday, the game. So we'll see. But without him, that's a major blow for their offense. Running back Alex Collins out. Adrian Peterson questionable, but Adrian Peterson is the dog. He's a warrior. He'll probably try and be there to play against the Rams. Cornerback Gavin Hislop, injured reserve. Brian Moan, defensive tackle, questionable. Safety Jamal Adams, safety, injured reserve. Jamarco Jones, offensive tackle, injured reserve. So they have a lot of players that are on IR. Chris Carson's on IR. Trey Brown, cornerback, IR. Marcus Blair, IR. Those are the key players. So the Rams, according to Vegas odds, with our players coming back and just that we're on a roll, and we are generally a better team than the Seahawks. We're 7-point favorites to win this game, and I can see that. This with the COVID, we haven't had practice, so hopefully we come out and our timing's okay. I think the players were able to take the field for the first time yesterday. It's still COVID protocol, very strict COVID protocol around Rams Park. And so, we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully we'll get some more players back. This sucks because, we're on a roll, and, OBJ, 3 touchdowns in 3 straight games. And his rapport with Stafford is picking up, and, he's on page with everything. I even saw some plays where he was helping to block. It wasn't the greatest of blocks, but he made the effort, and that's what it's going to take. That's what we're missing with the jack of all trades, Robert Woods, and the sure hands and the clutch plays and the blocking and the team selflessness, of Robert Woods, and the leader that he is. And he's still cheering our guys on, but to have him on the field would be wonderful. Imagine him with OBJ. But anyway, so we're looking good. Ramelia, we're 9-4. We got to win this game, get to 10-4. The Packers, man, I was hoping for them to lose. They almost lost. Unfortunately, the Ravens don't have Lamar Jackson. They did a horrible play to try to get the 2-point conversion and get the win. Props to them for trying to get the win instead of the tie, but that was a horrible play to try try to get that. But if it would have worked, it would have been great. But I was hoping they were going to lose. So the Packers almost lost to the Ravens, and the Ravens don't even have their starting quarterback. So that just goes to show, as great as the Packers have been playing, they have stars on the offensive side of the ball, decent players on defense, decent pass rush. They can be had. They almost lost yesterday against the Ravens, and the Ravens didn't even have their starting quarterback. So they were on the brink of losing. So that would have been a big mishap on the heels of the Cardinals losing to us, and that would have solidified that would it's a chance for them to solidify their number one seed. They almost blew it. So that just shows you on any given Sunday, a team can rise up and bite you, and they were lucky, very fortunate that they came out with a victory, because the Ravens ultimately just didn't execute, and that's why they lost at the end. But so yeah, I just wanted to come in, Amelia, and let you guys know what's happening with the COVID. This is going to be a kind of a revolving thing. Hopefully, it won't be so bad. We were very lucky for earlier in the season not to be affected so much, but other teams besides us are having it too. So we'll see what happens. I just hope we don't lose any more key players on the way to trying to get the division crown or get our playoff seeding. Hey, Pale. Hey, brother. Well, what's up, my Ram brother, Pale Time? Yeah, I just wanted to come in here and give a little update. Uh, oh, you're welcome, Pale. Thank you, man. Again, we love my brother Pale Time. He's an inspiration. I love the dude. He's my brother, and he's just a good guy, and I appreciate it. But yeah, I just wanted to come in here. So we have OBJ back. We have Henderson back. We have Ramsey back. So those are three players that I'm glad we have back. Hopefully we'll get some more players back. Von Miller, I hate to see him not play, because this is a game with the Seahawks where we get good pass rush against Wilson, and we can help corral him with Von Miller. And he was just starting to get his legs under him and get acclimated to our defense. And but Pale says, did you see the game, the Giants fan appreciation thing? No, I didn't see that, Pale. I've had to work a lot with the holidays. I missed a bunch of stuff. So sometimes I see your stream, and I just come in real quick from work, and Pale says, I'm curious what the Rams do with their season ticket. Oh man, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, Pale, because maybe I was trying to block it out of my mind. So I'm not going to be able to go tomorrow. uh, okay, so at work there's me and myself and another guy at my department, and we're responsible for overseeing uh, uh, client orders and installation and things like that. And the guy's off. I had already switched with him to see the Kurt Warner story and Spider-Man, and so I didn't want to. I had to bite the bullet on that one. The NFL, what the NFL does is they say, okay, you have a season ticket, but there's fine print in there. So it's nobody's fault that COVID happens or whatever delay happens. The way they work it is, even though you're a season ticket holder and you want to see these key games or these games, if the game has to be rescheduled for whatever reason under the sun, they do not refund you your money. Number one. That's number one, or give you a credit towards next year's season tickets. That would be wonderful. That'd be a fantasy world, but that'd be wonderful. So they tell you you can either donate your tickets or ticket and or sell it on yourself on the site, and so that's what I did. I sold it to a fellow Ram fan, and I recouped some of my money, but it's not the same as being there. I have to work now because it's on a Tuesday at the last minute, and something could have been done, but we have customers and clients that they need somebody to go over orders and things. So I have to take that into account. If I was able to, I would still go. But yeah, it's tough when it's the last minute. People have to work. We this was not expected for a Tuesday game, and so that's what happens, So, I'm blessed. I got my health. We have our Rams. I'm going to be able to get there in time to see most of the game at home. I was thinking about going with the Ramelia to the local sports bar, to the same sports bar that we saw the Rams win the Super Bowl in the 19 at the end of the 1999 season. That's where we normally go, and have pizza. The food's okay. Good times with the Ramelia. Maybe I'll just go there to watch it with my buddy, and the Ramelia. So that'll be a great game to watch too there. So maybe I'll do that. But yeah, that's what happens. I'm glad you brought that up. Maybe I was trying to block that out. I didn't even think about mentioning that here because I was so disappointed when I was glad that on one hand, as a fan of the Rams, that they extended it so we can get some of our players back, seeing that we would have to play the Seahawks shorthanded on key players that we would love to play against them. But then on the other hand, I'm a season ticket holder. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to make Tuesday now because I already switched for the Kurt Warner story, American Underdog. Matter of fact, I recommend that movie, guys. Even if you're not a Ram fan, it's just a great sports movie, great story because it's true life, and you can't say much. I can't say enough about Kurt Warner and his family. They're wonderful people, and it's a great movie. Even if you're not a Ram fan, I really recommend it. But if you are a Ram fan, you're gonna rejoice, man. Just like I was telling my brother Peo when I watched it, and the Ram scenes came on, and they said this is so and so from the Los Angeles Rams, and I was like, beautiful, in the auditorium, and everybody laughed and cheered, and so it was fun. Hey, what's up, Big E? My brother Big E says two season ticket members can't go to this game. Yeah, man, it's tough. And Big E says, "Oh, so you're going to the game because work?" That's it. Yeah, I could have probably found a way to go, but I've been blessed with my coworker and buddy switching with me a couple times, and it was his day off, and I really appreciated that. I was able to see the Spider-Man movie, and not knowing this was going to happen. Of course, if I had my pick, I would go to the game and just switch with him for this. But I had already did that, and he's been great. I mean, I pretty sure if I asked him again, but he's been great, and I'm not going to overdo that, but we need somebody there. I wasn't going to call in. We have responsibilities, and it is what it is. I'm gonna probably, now that I'm talking about it, just go to the sports bar and watch the game, the most of the game with the Ramelia. I'll still get there for most of it. And the Pale says, I'm going to see it Christmas Day with my mom, and the day, and so stoked, man. That's wonderful. That's a great gift to watch that with your mom too, man. I really love that. I'm very close to my mom. I'm a mama's boy. But yeah, man, that's an amazing memory that you're gonna have too, man. I really appreciate that. I remember I took my grandfather because he loves John Wayne and cowboys and stuff, and Bonanza back in the day, and so I took him as a new experience. This is years ago. God bless him, and may he rest in peace. I took him to see Unforgiven, I believe it was the Clint Eastwood movie, in the theater, and he was like, "Wow," looking around, he gave him his popcorn and his drink, and then look over, he fell asleep. But it was the experience, and that's a memory that I'll have. That that's stuff like they talk about stuff that money can't buy. That's one thing, that's amazing. Biggie says, season ticket members can't go. I'm curious on why that is. Season ticket members can't go. What do you mean, Biggie? I'm sorry. I can't go to the Rams game on Tuesday. Let me know what is it you're talking about on that. I'm sorry. Pale says the Giants gave their season ticket holders a medium soda and a fan appreciation day. Oh wow! I find this funnier than the Lions beating the Cardinals. Wow, okay. A soda and a medium soda, a medium too. Pale, check that out. A medium, not a large. But okay, for Fan Appreciation Day. Wow. Props to the Giants because I saw that stadium against the Cowboys, and the Giants have had a tough season. Their outlook is a little bleak right now. I think Saquon Barkley is still hurt. Um, or banged up. I don't really follow the Giants much. I'm not a big fantasy guy. I mostly focus on the Rams and our division, but um, uh, they really packed that stadium. It was packed. Of course, it was the Cowboys playing, but props to them still coming out. It's hard when you're like, oh, we're not going to win. But yeah, Peo Unforgiven is a great movie. Yeah, he was amazed. My grandfather, God bless him. Yeah, I love, I missed him so much. But yeah, it's like you taking your mother. That's a memory you'll be talking about for years and decades to come, because that's something that money can't buy. Family is always is number one at the list, and so that's amazing that you can have that memory to share with her, and for the in the Kurt Warner story, and it's amazing and touching story, and it's just a great movie. I loved it. And Biggie says, I thought people, let's see, I thought people that are she's taking members can't go, but I think there's just for some people that are taking their time out of work. Are you talking about, Biggie? I'm sorry. Because they delayed the game, they extended the game to Tuesday. Are you saying that season ticket holders can't go? Well, I can tell you this. Okay, let me just answer it this way. I think I have an idea what you're talking about. So, as a season ticket member, when they move the game, we don't have control over that, but we can still go. We in the app on the phone, it automatically adjusts to the day, and we can either sell the ticket or donate it or transfer it to somebody on our app. But we can still go. It's just that I couldn't because I had to work. I could have found a way to do it, but I had to take responsibility at work over this and this time, because if this was a Super Bowl, maybe that's a little different. Of course, that's different. But or a playoff game, but I just have to count my blessings right now, and I'm not able to go, but I could have gone. I just couldn't go because of my work schedule. But hopefully that answers on that question. But but yeah, the Lions beating the Cards, Pale. I missed that part that you said. Yeah, the Jared Goff. Props to Jared Goff, because it's been a tough season. Um, I don't have any ill will to Jared Goff. I'm very frustrated with him for the Super Bowl performance, though. That still sticks in my craw, man, because we had that Super Bowl. We had that. It was 3-3 in the fourth quarter, for heaven's sake, with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. I mean, to me, it's like myself and Pale Time and Biggie, and say I'm quarterback. I used to play quarterback all the time in our pickup games and stuff, and I always had a decent arm in baseball or in football. I would say, okay, that play McVay keeps running. No, okay, so okay, Brandon Cooks, I'm gonna pump fake to you, and I'm gonna throw a back shoulder fade, or I'm gonna throw it over your shoulder. Just be ready for it. And if the safety comes over, Woods, just going over in the on the left flat, and I'll look to you right there. And then stuff like that. I'm sure we would do a couple of plays. I'd hit Pale down the sidelines, and we get close enough to get a few more scores. But Jared Goff is, he had a hell of a year when Cooper Cup went down and we had a banged up Gurley. But man, 3 points. I would have expected for us to, that's when you want to overcome everything as a quarterback, and get that ball in the end zone. And man, that Super Bowl was there for us. But that's what I was saying. I would have came up with something. I'm pretty sure. Not that I'm the great quarterback, but I would, you have your receivers there. You work with them all the time. There's things that you guys probably work on in practice. And I would have said, no, you know what? Or Brandon Cooks comes to you in the huddle, man. I'm open. I'm open. Okay, yeah, I got you. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna pump fake you. I'm gonna hit you a back shoulder fade. Let's do. It's hard to do that when a quarterback and a receiver get. Look at Cup and Stafford. Jerry Rice and Joe Montana. One on one. It's hard if the guy is a decent, accurate quarterback. It's hard to stop that. But anyway, um, Pale says, I did a collab with Seahawks fan, and he voiced how many Seahawks fans are annoyed with the same move. I empathize with him, but I'm glad we are playing. Yeah, it was tough. They're missing Lockett. So I can understand, they wanna see the game on Sunday. They probably have tickets to come to SoFi Stadium. That's a thing too, like, of course, we're thinking about ourselves. I'm thinking about myself that I'm gonna miss the game, but people had plane tickets and, we don't think about that now that you say that, Pale. People had plane tickets. This was a big thing for the NFL to move the game. How disappointed would I be? Let's say if I was say a Ram fan, and say I was you, Peo, in Canada, and I was making the trip out for Sunday, and all of a sudden they switch it on me, and it's or someone else, coming from Seattle, they're a Seahawks fan, and they want to see a beautiful stadium, the greatest stadium in pro football sports, period. To watch a game, and they moved it like that, and it's nobody's fault. COVID happens, but wow, yeah, I can understand how they're disappointed, but they have Lockett out too. Back to the game. Without Lockett, I mean, um, they're going to be very hindered without Lockett. I mean, we thought we were hindered with Woods out at the last minute for that 49er game. I mean, geez, I mean, I think if we would have played the 49ers now, we would have had a much better showing than be blindsided with Woods out and having to redo our whole offensive game plan and throw OBJ in there without him knowing all the plays and all the terms of the plays, and but yeah, I can see why they'd be disappointed just because they probably some of them were traveling or whatever. But there's nothing we can do. I'm disappointed. I'm a Rams season ticket holder. I pay for the tickets to go see these games, and they moved it on me, and I don't and they don't even give you a refund. They're like, "Oh, yeah, there's no refunds. You can donate your ticket or you can sell it or transfer it." And so I sold my ticket and to a fellow Rams fan, and I didn't get all, I sold it at less than face value. That ticket face value on my ticket is about 118, $119, and so but it sucks that happens. But what can you do? But we're just I'm just blessed. This is a wonderful time to be a Rams fan. They have this beautiful stadium. We have this wonderful management and coach, front office rather, and head coach. The culture's changed. I remember the March years. That's why, a lot of people, some people, get on I mean Mike Martz. Oh my God, I got the Kurt Warner story on my head. I got people, a lot of people with this front office and Sean McVay, I should say. I don't know if I mentioned Martz in there by accident, but Sean McVay has changed the culture. We're winning 5 straight winning seasons. Players want to play for him. Players come here for him. Players come here because we're in LA, the West Coast mecca of sports. San Francisco, all of the other teams, Seattle, they like playing there, but nothing's like Los Angeles when it comes to sports. That's a big market, and we're taking advantage of it. There's a couple of players that could have went to the 49ers, and they didn't. They came to Los Angeles because of McVay and because we're playing Los Angeles. So we're very blessed to have this team, and Romelia from other cities too. um, just you know, the Rams are in Los Angeles, so that helps us get free agents. That helps us keep players. Players want to come here. This is a great time to be a Rams fan, because we're looking forward to more years with Matthew Stafford. We're all in for this year, but it's not just this year. Even if we were to win the Super Bowl, we want to win another one. But we're poised and set up for the next few years to be a contender. So, and this division, it's going to change. The Niners have to make a decision on Jimmy Garoppolo finally, and Trey Lance, and who knows if he will turn out. Maybe he won't turn out. He'll just be an average quarterback, and they'll have to reset again with another quarterback. Russell Wilson might be on his way out with the Seahawks. The Arizona Cardinals are up and coming, but with their quarterback, he's very good. He's very talented. He's a heck of a player, but because he's a smaller guy, not just height, just his stature, he's very susceptible to getting hurt. and he's not like a Russell Wilson who's like a little piece of iron. Donald leans all over him and throws him down and spins him around, and he gets right back up. And Kyler Murray's already been hurt once, so can't take away from his talent, but hopefully, I don't wish injuries on anybody, but if I was a Seahawks fan, every little hit on him, I hope he gets up, or if they land on his legs, because that's what makes him so tough. If his legs, if you're a pocket passer, you need your legs too, but if you don't have to be as mobile, and he adds another dimension with running around and getting the first downs with his legs and buying time. But we'll see with that. And they have a lot of veteran players on the Cardinals, older players that they picked up for this run here. So we'll see what happens. This division is going to be very interesting, but the Rams are going to be in the thick of it. And I see us being big contenders for the whole time in the next 3, 4, 5 years. Hey, Aaron Petrie, thank you for coming in, brother. Appreciate it. Yes, let's go Rams. Thank you for coming in. I just wanted to come in to talk about the COVID situation. Von Miller, as far as before I came on, is not activated yet. Um, OBJ's activated to play. Henderson's activated to play. Ramsey's activated to play. So those are the three key players that we're getting back for this game, and so I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, I have Rams season tickets, and when they move the game, I'm not going to be able to go. And so I had to work. I wasn't able to switch it. I'm going to watch it probably now with the Ramelia at my local sports bar, the same sports bar I saw the Rams win the Super Bowl at. Since I'm from Southern California, there's a lot of places that have uh, Rams games, and so it's going to be good times. I appreciate you guys coming in. I just wanted to come in and just speak on the COVID. The list is the list is revolving, unfortunately, as we get we lose some players, and and like I said, we got wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr., Darrell Henderson back, cornerback Dante Dayon back, linebacker Justin Hollins, and tight end Bryce Hawkins back. Oh, excuse me. We got Beckham Jr., running back Darrell Henderson, and cornerback Dante Dayon back. Linebacker Justin Hollins, tight end Bryce Hopkins, offensive lineman Alaric Jackson came off the list and activated to the roster. And then we lost Robert Wischel and offensive lineman Joe Noteboom as we got those player backs. And so we haven't got any news. I haven't seen any news on Von Miller. Hopefully he'll get him back. So, hey, what's up, my brother Johnny G? Rams World Order. Yeah, baby. Uh, Oh, Pale, man, I can't wait for you to come and see the stadium, man. He says, I'm really hoping to get to SoFi next season. Man, I can't wait for you to come and see it, man. And that way you can see it for yourself. It's amazing. I sound like a broken record, I know, but this stadium is something else. It's there's no bad seat. I mean, even the seats high up. I mean, everything is so. I mean, when you take pictures, like let's say you're taking a picture of somebody or you're taking a selfie of yourself and the field's behind you, it's so beautiful. It looks like a fake picture. It llooks like a digitalized, background when you're taking a picture of the real stadium. It's amazing. We take pictures all the time, and I look at my phone and I'm just like, damn, that looks like it's not even real. It looks like it's a digitized high definition picture. It's not a live picture. But it's amazing, this stadium. I love it. I mean, like I said, I'm so blessed. We're so blessed as a fan base to have this the Ramelia, the Ram family uh, uh, have this stadium and this team and this and at this time with this coach and this front office. We're very blessed, and yeah, so I can't wait for you to see it, and anybody else. Even if you're not a Rams fan, come out and watch a game. Have a good time with your family. That's what it's about. But The security and everything's been pretty good. At any stadium, there could be problems with people with alcohol, but they're very good. They nip it in the bud as fast as they can. Um, but aside from anything like that, the experience is wonderful. Yeah, and they get here early for tailgating. It's wonderful. Um, Aaron Petrie says, I'm gonna go watch it at my local Tilted Kilt. Oh yeah, man, I know that place. Yes, yes, that's an awesome place. I've been there one time. The games are popping there. Yeah, man, that's another thing. Here in Southern California, we have a lot of sports bar, a lot of entertainment venues, especially our sports. We have a lot of great places to watch it. So if I didn't have season tickets, I was going there. When I didn't have season tickets, I was going in there when they were not in Los Angeles. But yes, and Pale Time says, I'm doing my final watch party from my apartment. I have Oh, I have to move. Oh, okay. Oh, man, okay, I'll tune in to that, and so, you're gonna move to another apartment, Pale? Oh, the other thing I wanted to just say quickly too is, man, the 49ers are coming on. I was hoping for the Falcons to bite them, and, they have it rolling now. We breathed life into them when we lost to them. We could have put them in their playoff grave, so to speak, and we didn't do it. And we breathed life into them, and the 49ers are rolling themselves. So you know, that's another team that I'm looking forward to playing. We owe them big time. Hopefully, that game, knock on wood, won't be delayed, or none of those two teams will have COVID issues. And I'm going to bring a big ram chain, and I'm going to see if I can get it to Donald. So after we win, he can wear it and be talking. He can be on the field talking to the reporters with that chain on, like Debo was clowning when they won on the sidelines there. But yeah, we owe them big time. It's about time that we start our slapping our little brothers in the mouth and at NoCal. Yes, they beat us, but they're usually watching us in the playoffs. So we need payback. Like I said, I respect that franchise. Um, you know, um, they've given us all we wanted. We should have won some of those games in the 5-game streak. I can't even believe it. It's 5 games. Really, you can beat the Rams, but you can't beat the Seahawks 49ers. Wow. But yeah. Oh, Pale says, like, yeah, I have to move because of the pandemic. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I hate moving too. Oh, okay. Well, God bless you guys. Yes, the pandemic here in Southern California, they went back to the mask mandates, and I always try to wear masks as much as I can. I didn't talk about this, but I had COVID pretty bad. I was getting fever after fever, and I couldn't shake it, and I didn't have any energy, and you start feeling tightness in your chest. And my girlfriend had a different reaction. I was worried about her because she has asthma um, um, that can act up at times, but she had no smell and no taste. She didn't have the fever thing, and it took a while to kick it, and it took a while to feel better. Sometimes I still feel the effects sometimes when I exert myself. Plus, I'm a bigger guy too, so could be just that. But yeah, so that's no joke, man. God bless everybody. Everybody has their opinions on it, but I've lost my cousin and a good buddy from high school, and my girlfriend lost her dad, and his brother to COVID, and it's nothing to mess around with, and do everything you guys can do to keep your family safe. But yeah, it's no joke. Yeah. Luckily, I haven't had any more issues, and I did get vaccinated. Everyone's different, and everyone has opinions on that, but I did, and the 2 doses, and I think my booster thing is going to be coming up. I haven't had any issues before that. I mean, after since that, and the only thing is that on me, the second shot kicked my ass. I was tired and my arm started to hurt a few days after, and then I started feeling better. But yeah, it's no joke. The pandemic is something else. Um, but yeah, yeah, do what you can do to safe. Yeah, it's everyone has their opinions, and that's fine on that. But for me, I and my family and my sisters and mom and dad, yeah, we've all been vaccinated, and thank God we haven't had any issues since then. And Palatine says, "My viewers will notice." Oh, but I'm glad to have the Ram scarf. Oh, that you're welcome, brother. I did that because you're a good dude, man, and I get it. Even if I wasn't a Ram fan, you give off a good vibe, and I really appreciate that. You're a good guy, man. So I wanted you to have that. First thing I thought of was, hey, I'm gonna get this for my brother Palatine, and but yeah, man, your show, Pale, you have a hell of a show. I love your show. It doesn't matter where you can do it. You can do it from your bathroom. Yeah, it's just you're the one that they come and see, and that's what we you're the one that we come and see, and we appreciate everything you do in the Rams community and online and YouTubers, and we really love your show. And Eric Petrie says, do you think Robert Woods can come back with the same type of performance after? Yeah, Robert Woods will be fine. Uh, this he hasn't had too many major injuries like this. He's gonna rehab like crazy, and he'll be okay. Look at Cooper Cup came back, and look where he's at right now after his injury. Very similar. So yeah, he'll be fine. Don't worry about that. And he's chomping at the bit to come back too. Like Cam Akers, we might get Cam Akers back, and we might use him in a limited role to keep him safe. So so that'll be awesome. A shot in the arm for the playoffs. But and Pale Time says, thanks for sharing your story with me. Oh, you're welcome, man. But yeah, yeah, I was hit hard by that. I lost family members and friends. So, um, but yeah, so life is something else, and that's why I always say, we're so blessed to have this team, and anything that makes you happy in life is, your family, of course, but I have pets and I love them, and anything that not to get on a mushy note, but yeah, anything that makes you happy, anything in this life that you can enjoy, go all out, man. Uh, you know, don't be afraid to live your life to the extreme. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Like here, I don't have a lot of followers, but I appreciate the ones that I do and the guys that come in. I do this because I enjoy talking about the Rams. As I go, I've been really busy. I've been wanting to work on my channel more. I'm going to get the setups with the like my brother Pale has a wonderful channel where you have the background and everything. The so everyone's chats will show up on the screen. I'm going to work on that too, but it's just been really busy this past month and a half. But I appreciate everybody that comes in, and I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I still have some in the can that I haven't even had a chance to post from the Detroit game, the lost videos, and the Rams mariachis and stuff. And so yeah, I thank everybody for coming in. I appreciate it, Pale Time and Aaron Petrie and um, Big E. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it. Pale says, do you have a favorite Christmas song? Um, you know what? This time of year, um, I think I like the Peanut songs from the old school Peanut cartoons. There's two of them. That with the piano one, and there's another one that it's a little faster, and I love those Peanuts ones. But yeah, of course, as soon as you start hearing uh, Mariah Carey, how do you say Mariah Carey sing her Christmas song, or the George Michael one, but yeah, that and the Home Alone movie with the songs like that, but my favorites would probably be the Peanut songs. Just hearing them in the background, and there's a lot of classic Christmas songs I enjoy, but I think the Peanuts ones are my favorite ones because it reminds me when I was a kid watching those movies, and my mom would always put them on for me, and we watched the Peanuts Christmas specials, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and all those wonderful um, puppets shows. And Little Drummer Boy is a good one too. But yeah, the Peanuts one. But yeah, thank you, Pay. I appreciate it, man, and I appreciate everybody coming in. And again, let's all rejoice in what we have for the holidays. I hope everybody's having a great year. Aaron Petrie says, "Got to get ready for work." Me too, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in, and I'm going to be dropping those videos I have in the can. Check those out. I've got an update on the Rams merchandise store, and the tailgating from Detroit, and the Detroit game that I wasn't able to post, and the Rams mariachi. So thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it. And as we always say, may the Remelia be with you, and Ramulators, mount up.